What is going on, guys? Joey Suggs here. Welcome to a new video. Welcome back to a really good video I think you're gonna enjoy with a ton, technically like 27, almost 30 different recipes if you mix and match. I'm gonna show you kind of how I meal prep for the week, and I'm gonna take you along the grocery store, show you the price of everything that I'm buying. Then we're gonna come back, cook everything, and then show you how you can make different varieties with that. Gonna be a really good recipe focused cooking video, and all of these are going to be some bare bones, basic, very quick and simple recipes that I think will be very useful in your either bulking, main gaining, or weight loss journey. If you can do me a favor, before we go to the grocery store and actually pick all this stuff up, go ahead and press the thumbs up button now. Get it out of the way with, don't forget about it. And if you're not subscribed to the channel and you wanna see more videos like this, don't forget to do that as well. It does help me out, it helps my channel out, helps this video get out to more people too. So with that out of the way, let's go ahead to the grocery store and grab all the things we're gonna cook up tonight. All right, so heading into Publix, I'm only gonna get 9 things. The 9 things are gonna be the complete base of what we're gonna be doing tonight. So that is all we're gonna grab. All right, starting out with extra lean ground beef. Chicken breast happens to be BOGO, so I guess I'm actually getting 2 of those. And 99% fat-free ground turkey. All right, you win some, you lose some. They are out of what I was looking for, but we'll just grab a substitute. And I think I might have some at home. We'll grab some jasmine rice. And to wrap up carbs, I'll do 3 sweet potatoes. We'll get some rice cauliflower, some mixed veg, and to wrap up veg, some broccoli florets. All right, under 5 minutes in the store, we got 2 bags of groceries. Came out to right at like $44. Not too bad at all. Let's go home and cook this stuff up. All right, so just to recap and decompress, about $45 spent. We got 1, 2, 3 chicken breasts plus 1, 2, 3 chicken breasts for free that I'm not gonna even factor in or worry about tonight. This ground beef is by far some of the best tasting and the leanest ground beef I've found at least my grocery store. Very good. And then obviously just the leanest ground turkey you can get, which in my case is 99% fat free. Rice, just very basic rice. This I'm just gonna boil in water and it comes in a bag, super easy to deal with. 3 sweet potatoes, not gonna go into that. Super sad they didn't have the normal one. Lucky for me, I still have my box right here. Kind of surprising, the macros aren't as different as I thought it would be, considering these are just plain potatoes and these have like a bunch of like extra added shit in them pretty much. So I would prefer using these, and I'm going to use these for this recipe, but from a calorie standpoint, it's actually not that much worse. It's about 10 calories more per serving if you use this compared to this. But I'm gonna use this. The price difference is actually the same pretty much. And then broccoli, mixed veg, cauliflower rice as our veggies. I think in total this is gonna make me 9 meals, but there could be like up to 27 or 30 different variations that you could do. So since I'm cooking all this at once, I wanna be as time effective as possible, time efficient as possible. So I know the things that are gonna take the longest. That is definitely gonna be the potatoes. And that's because we're gonna be cooking them in the oven. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started by that by preheating my oven to 400. All right, we have our 3 potatoes. I'm just gonna chop them up into 1-inch cubes. And just like that, all of my potatoes chopped up. I'm gonna go ahead, transfer them into this bowl, hit them with a quick spray of avocado oil and some Kinder's The Blend seasoning. And then just go ahead, toss it evenly onto a lined pan. So for me in my oven, this normally takes anywhere from like 35 to 45 minutes at 400 for these to get cooked up. So that's what I'm aiming for tonight. And to keep it really simple tonight, I'm gonna also cook the chicken in the oven. So I'm gonna go ahead and lie this out. Just doing my 3 pieces, like I said. And for seasoning, we'll do the classic as always, salt, pepper. Plus some of this minced garlic. As I'm rubbing this in, I wouldn't say this is my favorite way to make chicken in the oven. I really enjoy making it in the pan, but I will say this is one of my favorite ways to season chicken. So that definitely makes up for it a little bit. Now these can go ahead in with the sweet potatoes. And with my oven, I typically cook these for 25 to 30 minutes. While we're waiting for that to cook, I know you've been eyeing the new TLF shirt I got on. Nice oversized, stretchy, soft material. But what you didn't see is I'm actually wearing their straight leg joggers as well. Super, super comfortable, zipper pockets. And they just came out with a brand new collection. I don't have it yet, but I'm super excited to get it. The Train Like a Freak collection, kind of like an origin story for TLF. Really, really awesome collection. Some very, very unique stuff. So it's live right now. You can get it right now. Check the link down below. You can use my discount code to save you even more off your order. So definitely do that, and let's get back to cooking. All right, so I'm waiting for the water to boil for the rice. In the meantime, I'm gonna go ahead and cook up the ground beef. And that is literally just gonna consist of the 1 pound of ground beef. I'm on my last little bit of Kinder's wood fire garlic, so I'm gonna put little, maybe half of it on there, and then finish it off with the blend seasoning, and I'll just let this get all browned up. And just a few minutes later, that browned up and got mixed perfectly. It smells incredible too. And with the ground beef out, we can put the ground turkey in, and the same process applies here. Just a little bit of seasoning and let that get all browned up. Our turkey ended up just as beautiful looking as the ground beef as well. And now that we have our water boiling, we can go ahead, toss in 2 bags of the bagged rice and set a timer for about 10 minutes on that. All right, rice has been in there for about 10 minutes. I'm gonna go ahead, put it in the sink, and let those 2 bags strain out for a little bit. I know you cannot see anything right now. Now for our mixed veg, just this goes in the microwave and it gets like a steaming bag. So that's super simple. Out of the microwave, we have our mixed veg. This is leaking a little bit of water. I'm gonna let it sit in the sink for a second, drain. We can go ahead and toss the rice cauliflower in the microwave. 4 minutes later, our rice cauliflower is ready to be set aside as well. The broccoli also gonna go in the microwave. All 3 of our veggies are gonna be microwaved. Don't know how I feel about that. And broccoli, it exploded in the microwave while it was cooking, which I don't, hot as well, very hot. But we can just take this and put this aside as well. And out of the oven, we have our sweet potatoes that turned out beautifully and perfectly cooked in right about 40 minutes. And the chicken breast in right about 30 minutes done as well. All right, and the very last thing, which takes a little bit more work, I guess you could say, is the mashed potatoes. So 1 serving is 22 grams. We're gonna do 6 servings. So that comes out to about 130 grams. All right, so that should be good. I honestly don't know if this bowl is gonna be big enough. I'm gonna go ahead and hit it with salt and pepper. Now this next part's still a mystery to me, so I'm still trying to figure it out, but we're gonna add a ton of water, right about 600 grams. And now I can go ahead and toss this in the microwave for about a minute, stir, about a minute, stir, about a minute, stir until it's all fluffed up. And I'll also be adding more water throughout as well. All right, so about 3 cycles and 200 more grams of water, so about 800 grams total. We are looking beautiful. Now this is completely optional, obviously, but I like mine with some butter and some fat-free cheese. So we'll sprinkle this on, and just a little bit of I can't believe it's not butter light. Give this one last stir, one last microwave, and you will be good to go. All right, people, after much, much hard work, we have all of our carb sources laid out, all of our proteins laid out, and all of our veg laid out as well. Now here comes the fun part, and that's mixing and matching however you see fit. I think I'm gonna try and get the most variety possible out of this, even though I kind of like some things better with others. So for example, you could do chicken, sweet potato, broccoli, chicken, rice, broccoli, chicken, mashed potatoes, cauliflower rice. There are so many different options with each one of the protein, carb, veggie combinations. For me, I kind of like some proteins with some carb sources a little bit better, but I'm gonna go ahead and use this and make a variety of meals. Ta-da! All right, we are finally done. That took way longer than I thought, but we have beautiful set out meals. Each one very, very different. each one with its own macros and calories, but let's go over exactly how I'm gonna calculate each one of those when I'm going to eat these meals. All right, so I have everything laid out in front of me. Let me quickly go over the macros for each individual item in here, and then all it is just adding up those 3 individual things. Whenever you go to pick out a meal, you see what's in it, obviously, and you add that into that meal. The calories for our carbs, starting out with the rice. So the rice itself came out to about 220 grams and about 245 calories, really 240 calories for each individual side of that. The sweet potatoes came out to 185 grams and about 166 calories in that. And the mashed potatoes came out to, dude, the mashed potatoes are insane. Came out to 218 calories, and I have everything in there. When it comes to protein, each chicken breast is a little different, but I went on average of it being about 220 grams, which comes out to about 290 calories, which sounds like a lot, honestly, for a chicken breast. The ground beef, since I bought a pound of ground beef, 5.33 ounces came out to about 230 calories. And for the ground turkey, exact same thing, 5.33 ounces and 173 calories. The mixed veg, right about 100 calories per serving right there. That is perfect. The riced cauliflower, only 25 calories per serving in that. And the broccoli, about 30 calories per serving in that. So with all of these kind of already in my phone, I'll be able to go through, and if I have, say, this meal for dinner tonight, I can add in the beef, the broccoli, and the mashed potatoes, and that'll be my full combined meal. Now, just to ruin the calories and macros of each meal for a little bit, I want to talk about each little thing real quick. This right here, the combination of the turkey plus the rice, very, very solid. I didn't even season the rice, so maybe, no, actually, the meat is seasoned perfectly. The rice doesn't even need it. So that works out well for the meals that have the rice and meat combo, like this one right here. The sweet potatoes in the oven, I think, cooked for this perfect time. Nice and soft throughout, but not like crispy and also not like mushy. That is perfect. Obvious best thing in here is going to be the mashed potatoes. And when you mix that with the best meat in here, in my opinion, that lean ground beef, you get something quite magical. Yeah, this right here is probably my favorite combo. The broccoli's good in there too. Probably would rather have cauliflower rice, but like I said, trying to make a variety of different meals here. The mixed veg and broccoli and cauliflower rice is all very basic and bland, but it's good to have a little more volume and the added veggies in there. And the chicken in the oven actually turned out beautifully as well, like perfectly cooked chicken. Yeah, very impressed by that. And just overall impressed with how much meals and food I was able to make for less than $50. Of course, I used a couple things, but I also didn't use a couple of the meats. I didn't use all the rice, not all the potatoes. So some really good value, and I wasn't like trying to buy the cheapest thing by any means either. So that is incredible. I am kind of exhausted from cooking all these meals, but I did enjoy it, and it is gonna set me up really nicely for the next week or so to have meals to either take to work or in a rush have for dinner. So I hope you guys got something useful out of it. If you did, 1, leave your favorite recipe that I made tonight. 2, let me know what you'd like to see next. If you have any good ideas, any good recipes you'd like me to try out, I'm always in the comments responding to you guys. So make sure to do that, but I am gonna have one of these meals for dinner tonight, and I'll be seeing you shortly in the next one. Peace.
This the anthem. If you rockin' with it, put your hands up.